Uganda, may God uphold thee. We lay our future in thy hands. United, free for liberty, together we'll always stand. Good morning, good morning. Today is the 9th of October, and this marks the Uganda National Independence Day. Uganda has been independent for over 30 years, and normally we have a nice party, we come together. I'm living in The Hague, in the Netherlands, and this year, of course, is Corona, so we're not going to be able to do that. But I find myself reflecting. It gives us time to reflect. What does it really mean to be independent? For countries, it means that they are under their own rule. They are not colonized by any other or influenced by any other country, and they can run their own affairs, govern their own people in a way they want. And the question is, after 30 years, are we really independent? Well, that's a political question, I suppose, and I'm not really a fan of politics. But I also want to share my personal philosophy about being independent. What does it mean to be independent? What does it mean to you? I call it my personal philosophy because I've gathered it over the years, meeting people, listening to people that I admire, people that I want to be like. And so I have formed my own personal philosophy of what it means to be independent, and so I'll share it. Thank you for your time to listen and to share. And do share your own philosophy, your own personal philosophy in the link below, in the comments. Share in the comments. So what does it mean to be independent? I will share with you what I call the independent mindset, a mindset of independence. In my opinion, independence is a mindset. Of course, as an individual, I'm not colonized by anyone, but how do I really say I'm truly independent? Well, I want to share my favorite line from the famous Bob Marley's song, Redemption Time. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. He talks about emancipating yourself from mental slavery. So it is a mindset in the mind. Whether you're independent or not is a mindset. What does that then mean? It means we take personal responsibility for our own life, for our own circumstances, for where we will be in the coming years. Taking personal responsibility, it really means you have to understand that you cannot change the circumstances you are in, that are around you. You cannot change the seasons. You cannot change the wind. You cannot change who you are. You cannot change how you were born. But you can change yourself, how you think about everything. That is something that you have control of. One of my favorite sayings from Jim Rohn, rest in peace, he says that it's not the wind, the direction of the wind, that determines where we end up. The same wind blows on us all. What determines where we end up is the set of the sail. How you set your sail if you're on the sea. Whether you end up north or south depends on how you set your sail. So it means you cannot change the government, for example. You cannot change any of that, but you can change how you react to it. So taking responsibility for your life means that you determine and decide to set a better sail, to set your sail better so that in 5 years, 2 years, end of the year, you're still moving in the direction that you want. That is setting a better sail. So that is really has formed part of my personal philosophy. It means you might need to get new skills. It means you might need to make goals, see where you want to be, and believe in these goals and work on them. I guess part of it is in knowing the things you cannot change, the things you can change, and also knowing the difference. Yes, I'm saying you can't change the government, you can't change this. Yeah, there are some things you can change. You can change your attitude. One of my favorite prayers that I like also to teach to the children is the serenity prayer. It gives you a bit of peace of mind and serenity. It says, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Grant me the courage to change the things that I can. There are things you can change. You need the courage to do that, you know. Discipline takes courage. But also the wisdom. Grant me the wisdom to know the difference. Because when you try, when you go around and when you spend your energy on things that you cannot change, you are wasting your energy. When there are things you can change, change them. But we need the serenity to accept the things we cannot change. And either, what happens when you accept something? Either you work on it or you let it go once you accept it, and then you don't spend more energy on it. You don't spend more effort on it. If somebody is annoying, if somebody is always getting you on the wrong side, you cannot change them. You don't have to. So you accept it as it is, and then you can avoid them, of course. That you can change. You can avoid them. So I love that serenity prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Once you have that wisdom, you're fine. Because you can work on those things that can be changed and leave those that you cannot change. Jim Rohn, again, I really love his quotes. He says, we must all suffer one of two things. Two things. One of, and it's a choice. The pain of discipline or the pain of regret or disappointment. So you have a choice in life. You must choose. You can suffer one of two things, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. So somebody once said that if you took all the money in the world and divided it and gave it to everyone, gave everyone equal amount of money, in the end, it would all end up in the same pockets. Now that's incredible. Why? Because it is those who possess the discipline that will actually end up getting what they want. If you want that money, there is discipline. There are certain things. Success is a set of small disciplines practiced every day until they become a habit. So you can determine to set the habit, the discipline, for example, to live within your means, to eat what will nourish your body. It takes discipline to do that. And if you don't, then get ready for illness, in old age, of course, pain and disease, overweight, and everything that comes with it. So it's a choice. You can decide to take the discipline to create habits that support the life that you want, that support your dreams. It takes discipline to exercise. It takes discipline to read widely. It takes discipline to study and practice and become good at something. It's up to you. It even takes discipline to keep away from toxic people. Who are toxic people? People that make you feel less of yourself. People make you think less of yourself. People who make you feel bad. They can do that by talking you down directly, or by constantly talking negative that you begin to think negative. Keep away from them. Walk the other way when they come towards you. It takes discipline to do that, because sometimes you don't want them to think that you're being snobbish or whatever, but it is not going to get you where you want, so walk away. It takes discipline to put yourself first, because sometimes you're pulled in multiple directions, and sometimes to just put yourself first, take a deep breath and rest and relax, it might take some discipline. This is for all the mothers out there and all the employees out there who feel you have to help everyone. It takes discipline to accept no excuses from yourself or others. Now, excuses, that word it's a painful word, excuses. Why do I find it painful? It's because if you really want to do something, you will find a way. And Jim Rohn says that as well. If you do not really want to do something, you will find an excuse. So find a way or find an excuse. Ask anyone who has failed at anything. So this is the way, this is the excuse. Ask anyone who has failed at anything or many things. They have a list of excuses. People who have an excuse mindset, oh my God, they will find an excuse for everything. Keep away from them. Do not accept excuses from yourself. Excuse is a success killer. If you want to be independent, if you want to have an independent mindset, you've got to tell yourself you can do it. And yes, you can. So, there are lots of excuses people have. Oh, these people are not doing their work. Oh, these people are not doing their part, I'm doing their part, but they are not. Why are you still with them? Move. You're not a tree. You're not stuck to them. Oh, the government is bad. This government is overcharging us taxes. Oh, the government taxes are too high, so I cannot do business. Really? There are people doing business and they're successful. Oh, my husband won't let me do it, or my wife won't let me do it. Really? The best excuse. The weather is bad. It rained. Seriously, you ask somebody, oh, did you go to that appointment? Or did you go to the class or to the seminar you were supposed to go to? Oh no, it was raining the whole day. Since when is rain going to stand in the way of your success? What if it's going to rain every day of the month? Nothing will be done that month? No. The biggest excuse, really, this is the biggest excuse, at least for those who are Christians. And most of us most of us are Christians, or even I think other religions have it. The biggest excuse that is overrated is the devil. The devil deceived me. Really. So the devil came to you, told you to borrow money you cannot afford to pay back. The devil came to you, told you to sit around for 2 hours and gossip. The devil. And where were you when the devil was getting all that done through you? The devil gets too much credit for our failures, I think. It's a choice you make. The problem with excuses, here is the biggest problem with excuses. Every time you make an excuse, you shift the responsibility from yourself to someone else or something else, to the devil, for example. Therefore, if you are not responsible for anything, it means no part to play in improving yourself. And so you learn nothing from it. So when you refuse to accept excuses, it means it is a direct way of taking personal responsibility for your life. Successful people, so we said failures have a list of excuses why they failed. Successful people have a list of lessons they learned. You do something, it doesn't work out, you pick the lessons and go. So pick the lessons and then move with those. That is really, for me, independence. So I would like to conclude by saying, you and only you are responsible for your life. You are responsible for your happiness. You are responsible for your independence. Your parents raised you, gave you an education. Maybe they didn't. That is also not a problem. Maybe they couldn't. And now you're an adult. You take full responsibility for what you do. Part of taking full responsibility is walking away from over 90. Jim Rohn says 97% of the crowd. Don't use their excuses, because if you do, you don't take charge of your own life. Sometimes you don't have to be part of the crowd. So in summary, guys, those are some of my lessons of the independence mindset. I will keep it brief because I know that people don't have time these days to listen to lengthy pieces of whatever. So I will keep it brief. And I am saying, think about it. Take a chance to set your sail, reset your sail. You can always adjust it. Reset your sail if you see that what you're doing right now is not going to lead you where you want to be. Reset the sail. Make new goals. Some people have a belief that, oh, 2020 has been such a year. Oh my God, I am done with 2020. Oh yes, it's not done with you. We are only at the start of October. We have 3 more months to achieve our 2020 goals. So it's not done with you. You're done with 2020. It's not done with you. You're done with Corona. It's not done with you. It's still here. Does everything hold? No. Take your time to. You cannot go out. You cannot do what you planned to do. Readjust your goals within what you can do. No excuses. So Corona is not an excuse. The weather is not an acceptable excuse. Yeah, we're going into winter for those of us in Europe. Will everything stop? As a matter of fact, a lot is done in winter. It's cold, but yeah, dress up warm and go out there and do what you need to do. It's cold. It will be cold for another 4 months. So dress up, get out of the house. Do not get yourself depressed. So this is my personal philosophy. I thought I would share it, being Independence Day, to say that independence is a mindset. Create your own independence philosophy. Get your things and favorite quotes that mean something to you, and work every day. And guys, it's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy. What I am saying is that work on it every day. It gets better. Developing discipline, just like developing muscles and exercise, takes practice. You fail, you fall. And part of the discipline and not accepting excuses is when you fall, you get up. I hope this inspires somebody. Please share it with as many people as you can. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to our channel. We keep throwing in little nuggets here and there. Let's spread the joy. Let's spread the love. There is no excuse. If you're from Uganda, happy Independence Day. If you're from somewhere else, happy Independence Mindset. Love you all. Let's share the love. Bye. Mwah.